What's up, Taiwan? I'm Erika Liu with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taipei is warning that China is normalizing military drills near Taiwan by holding patrols almost every week. As Erika Liu reports, the comments come as tensions remain high over a deadly incident near the outlying Jinmen Islands.
Caught on camera by a Taiwanese fisher, a Chinese fishing vessel illegally entering Taiwan's territorial waters, just 6 nautical miles off the country's main island. One of many incursions causing concern in Taiwan, as the country feels the pressure of Beijing increasingly asserting its claims of sovereignty over the island nation. Fielding questions in the country's legislature, the country's top security official said Chinese combat readiness patrols near Taiwan were part of Beijing's efforts to make its military presence near the self-ruled island the new normal.
对，我想中共对台湾的各种的军事施压的动作，它现在有个趋势，就是慢慢朝向常态化来发展。那特别刚刚委员也提到了所谓的联合战备警巡。那现在大概联合战备警巡的频次，平均大概7天到10天就会有一次的联合战备警巡。
Tensions between Taipei and Beijing have spiked in recent weeks over the death of 2 Chinese fishermen here in Jinmen, Taiwan's outlying islands just kilometers from China's coast. Their speedboat capsized as Taiwanese Coast Guard chased them out of the island's territorial waters. China and Taiwan disagree on the circumstances of the deadly incident. Beijing insists that Taiwan acted maliciously and is hiding the truth.
谈的15人就表示说，其实中方他们也不想把事情闹大，但是他们并没有放弃，借这个事件做一些认知战。
Jinmen's residents are feeling the pressure. Over the weekend, what appeared to be a large cluster of Chinese fishing vessels just off the island's coast showed on marine traffic tracking websites. Taiwan's Coast Guard later said they were fishing nets and not boats, but the confusion put the area on edge.
蛮普遍的这种现象大概推广就很多啊。我觉得现在可能是试射，现在两岸关系互动比较差然后又有那个之前所谓撞船事件，可能气氛比较敏感一点。
Beijing cut official communications with Taipei years ago, and there are no mechanisms to de-escalate maritime incidents. The danger now is that China's new normal of squeezing the island's territory will create more chances for incidents like the one in Jinmen, further destabilising this already sensitive status quo. Chris Ma and Rick Lowett for TaiwanPlus.
Indonesian fishing crew members stand accused of beating up their Taiwanese captain. Louise Watt reports.
This is a video purportedly showing a Taiwanese fishing captain being beaten by Indonesian crew members while the boat was in Mauritius for repairs. The filmed incident came to light after a friend of a crew member posted it online.
有带他去医院做检查之类的吗？还 OK， 还 OK， 就是应该还是还有点红肿，就是眼睛这部分。
Reports suggest crew members were drinking and having a loud send-off for colleagues whose contracts were about to expire, with crew alleging the captain was the first to use violence as he tried to break up the party.
那船东目前人刚好就在摩里西斯，他可以就近处理。
Taiwan's distant water fishing fleet is one of the world's largest. Foreign workers have regularly complained of abuse from senior crew and long working hours, while some captains say it's becoming more difficult to manage large crews. The injured captain is expected to return to Taiwan this week. Taiwan's fisheries agency says it is investigating and will ban any crew found to have been violent from working on Taiwanese fishing vessels. Chen and Louise Watt for TaiwanPlus.
The anniversary of Japan's Fukushima disaster has renewed concerns among anti-nuclear advocates here in Taiwan. As newly elected lawmakers take office and soon a new president, some people are concerned Taiwan's nuclear policy may take a dangerous turn. Joyce Zeng reports.
Anti-nuclear protesters are here outside Taiwan's legislature demanding not to extend service of Taiwan's existing nuclear power plants. Taiwan's energy security has been a divisive topic for years, given that the country imports most of its energy. And some people see nuclear power as a lifeline, while others, like these protesters, believe that it's not worth the risk. Now, this protest has coincided with the 13th anniversary of the Fukushima nuclear disaster after an earthquake hit northeastern Japan back in 2011. And that serves as a reminder of just how horrific nuclear disasters can be. Now, back in 2011, what happened in Fukushima also helped boost anti-nuclear sentiments here in Taiwan. Now, it's expected that President-elect Lai Ching-te will continue on in the ruling party's path to decommission all of Taiwan's nuclear power plants by 2050. But protesters here are worried that with more opposition lawmakers wanting to bring nuclear power back, that path to a nuclear-free Taiwan will be blocked.
In Taiwan, we have 20 to 40,000 of earthquake per year. And also, we are very active orogeny, that's a mountain building. That means we have no place can stable with 300 to 1,000 years. That's the basic limitation for this kind of high radiated waste storage area. So we have no such kind of geology. That's why we should become no nuke country.
Anti-nuclear advocates here are worried because Taiwan is prone to earthquakes that people's safety cannot be guaranteed. They're also concerned because President-elect Lai has also hinted that he would consider keeping a reactor online for emergency use. Now, without nuclear power, Taiwan will have to rely more on fossil fuels to generate its electricity, not only drawing concerns for environmental reasons, but given increasing geopolitical tensions and a more aggressive China, that could leave Taiwan dangerously vulnerable to having its power shut off. Chen and Joyce Chen in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
People in Taipei marched in support of Tibetan liberation to mark the 65th anniversary of the Tibet Uprising. The march through Taiwan's capital saw calls for an end to policies in China aimed at eradicating Tibet's people and culture. The 1959 uprising is considered a symbol of resistance to China's 70-year rule over the region. During the uprising, China violently suppressed protests in Tibet's capital, Lhasa, and its leader, the Dalai Lama, fled to India. Taiwan's Prince of the Pommel horse has won gold at the Artistic Gymnastics World Cup in Azerbaijan. Li Jikai tied with U.S. gymnast Steven Nedorosik with overall scores of 15.400. Li's win takes him one step closer to qualifying for the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris. He won silver on the Pommel horse at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics and gold at both the Asian Games and World University Games last year. Taiwan's ultramarathon champion has completed another race, running 500 kilometers at the Montane Lapland Arctic Ultra in Sweden. He's now taking a much-needed rest.
非常累。我到终点的时候，我大概睡了整整15个小时，我才能够起来。所以我对这次的成绩其实，非常开心，也非常满意，因为我有超越了我自己的极限。
37-year-old Tommy Chen crossed the finish line over the weekend with a time of 6 days, 7 hours, and 36 minutes. He carried over 20 kilos of gear while traversing rivers, lakes, and forests. The Montane Lapland Arctic is one of the toughest ultra races in the world, where racers are required to tackle temperatures as low as -30 degrees Celsius. Music, fireworks, and light displays have marked the end of the Taiwan Lantern Festival in Tainan City. Celebrations took place across 2 city districts and featured more than 30 domestic and foreign artists. Drone and fireworks shows lit up the sky alongside installations showcasing Tainan's history and culture. It's the first time in 16 years that the southern city has hosted the national festival. It coincides with celebrations for Tainan's 400th anniversary. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Finally today, take in the sights of a parade and fire ceremony in Bali in the lead up to the Hindu New Year. I'm Erika Liu. Take care and see you next time.